This is the Beats and Balls Show.
JR the Beatmaker. That guy Ken. Mr. Crisp. It's proper deep.
It's the whole culture. It's the fashion. It's the music. It's the art, the politics.
This is the Beats and Balls Show.
Ballers assemble. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13 of the Beats and Balls Show, the alternative sports entertainment podcast that is passionate about the sports that we love. I am JR, and as ever, I'm joined by that guy Ken and Mr. Chris. How are you doing, guys?
Good.
We are, of course, fresh off the back of our previous show where we discussed the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls story as told in the documentary The Last Dance. Thanks to Roger and Simon Hazana for sharing their knowledge and experience on the legend and legacy of Michael Jordan and how hip-hop culture built the biggest sports brand that the world has ever seen, brand Jordan. We also got some insights into why the documentary might have been released at this particular moment in time. So if you haven't listened to it yet, make sure you go and check that one out. In this show, we'll be discussing The Last Dance from a competitive perspective. We'll be talking through the impact that Michael Jordan would have had on his teammates on the court and how his personality and tactics drove the Bulls to be the greatest side ever. To help us, we've enlisted Gaz Chowdhury, a member of the Team GB wheelchair basketball, a bronze medalist at the Rio Paralympics, a silver medalist at the European Championships, and he was part of the first GB men's team to win the World Championships. And as well as all of that, he is a massive Michael Jordan fan. Gaz also has a keen interest in moving into the world of coaching and the organisational side of basketball. So we'll be getting his take on Michael Jordan's fierce competitive nature, be it towards teammates or opponents, and we'll find out the lasting legacy of the Bulls in influencing how teams are currently set up to play in the modern game. But first, we're kicking off the show with the socials. Yes, the socials are back. This is the part of the show where we discuss the topics or memes that have caught our eye on social media recently, the kind of stuff that has been trending. Ken, kick us off.
Well, what have I actually seen in the socials? The one that I've seen in the socials that's really kind of got a lot of people talking and the buzz. Have you guys heard of SPAC Nation? Yeah? Did you see that? Of course, who hasn't? I was about to say, if you guys haven't heard of SPAC Nation, you guys are really missing out. So I saw what's hot on everyone's lips at the moment right now is the interview with I think her name is Zizi Miller, and Pastor Toby, the head of SPAC Nation, and it's basically his sort of point of view around all the sort of the hearsay, the spectacular news, the fraud, the bullying, the money laundering around SPAC Nation and all the various people who invested, the different leaders within SPAC Nation. And I found it really interesting because, as someone said, problem with the interview wasn't that it wasn't, concise. It's just that I don't think that the interviewee or the interviewer, Zizi, she didn't really know her information. I think she basically used the questions that she was getting of social media. So they went hard hitting. And I was there thinking, you know what? I would love to get Pastor Toby on the Beats and Balls. I would go in on him.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm deeply religious and spiritual. And obviously I love the church and I love what it means in terms of family and bringing people together and giving people some form of unity and everything. But it's I wish it really, really gone into ripping him apart, because I would rip him apart. I would literally ask him the questions where he wouldn't want. I want him to pull off the mic and literally leave the room because he'd be so intimidated. But I just don't feel that she had it. I don't think she had it in her. The questions were very much like what I've seen in my WhatsApp groups or my social media groups. Nothing that was digging into it. Where did these people come from? Why did you select these people to be leaders? What are you doing specifically? What are the next steps? And he was just basically just bouncing his kind of the questions off his shoulder. He came in there with an intention, and he was very much no one's gonna put him off his game.
One thing that I noticed recently that's baffled me is that Ashley Young and N'Golo Kante apparently have hair. I've never seen that before. That was a bit strange. But the thing that actually blew my mind about it was when I kind of sat and thought about it. These guys, all of these years, must have been paying barbers to make them bald. And I know you guys are wealthy, but come on, you can do that yourself, man. All you need is a razor. It's the best a man can get. Like, let's just keep it at home. Just get the razor done. You don't need to be spending your money on that. Buy your flash cars and stuff, man.
Exactly, some cheap clippers, you know.
Exactly.
It's not even a barber thing. You just do it every couple of days. Just make sure all the little small ones that are coming out. Just get it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I haven't, like I say, I was saying in the last show, like it's been nearly a decade since I've probably been to the barbers. But I'm sure if I were looking to go as bald as N'Golo Kante, I wouldn't even be bothering to waste my money on a barber. I'd just be doing it myself.
Have you seen Sadio Mane's?
Whoa! Back up! So this is right. My socials is the things that I spotted is this. So I'm sending through this image right to our WhatsApp group. I've noticed the players have come back for training, and being a Liverpool supporter, you kind of see who's come back, and I've seen these pictures of. Well, the first thing, there's two players who you look at their trim situation, and obviously people have been growing here, or some cases losing here. One person stood out for me is Roberto Firmino, who's the striker for Liverpool. He has, he's got more melanin in him than we thought he had, because he's got a flow, and he's got really curly hair.
Yeah,
we thought it's all been straight and coiffed, but he's a brother with melanin.
Yeah, he's doing all right, isn't he? I mean, it's not. I'll be honest, it's not his look. It's not his best look. But yeah, man.
But he can still rock it. And Sadio Mane, as much as I love him, I think he's a devastating striker. He seemed to have lost hair. His hair has receded even more than it did before.
The thing is, though, in like the past year or so, something happened to that man's hairline. I don't know what it was. It's like you would usually expect the added stress to have that effect on him. But suddenly, as soon as Liverpool start becoming such a great team, his hair has just run away. I don't know what's happened. But
I think he's always had a challenging hairline. But he's kind of that kind of flash streak he had, he could pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
But recently, when you saw him come back from training, it was like, your hairline has gone. And Gaz, how's your trim situation?
Oh, bro, I went home a long time ago. I shaved it off in my early 20s. my Instagram feed is just full of the Man Weave hair unit sponsored links. Trying to get me to have that Steve Harvey look.
Oh, yeah.
I want football to go back to normalcy, so players can look how they look in their Panini album books, and how the way the Sky Sports shots, because it's kind of disturbing to see some of these shots coming through now. It's like, no, get back to how you normally look.
Like, I saw a picture of Aubameyang, the man that's usually got all the swag and everything, and oh my God, he looks disheveled. He looks so rough. So yeah, that needs to get sorted, man. So as mentioned earlier, Gaz Chowdhury is a professional baller. He's got the championships, he's got the medals, he's got the MVP awards, and today he's giving us an insight into the last dance from a teammate's perspective. And as someone who's looking to go into coaching, he's seen the documentary through a different lens. So we'll be finding out how the Bulls' success was built and how Jordan's attitude could have impacted his teammates. Gaz, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone.
Thanks for having
me. So, yeah, I understand that you're currently living and playing your game in Spain. What's the situation out there at the moment?
Yeah, man. Well, it sucks because our season got cut short just as we were getting to the kind of business end of the playoffs and European Championship, like the club championships and everything. But yeah, we've been in lockdown. Things are opening up slowly. I actually had surgery 2 days ago, so I think I'm going to be basically in lockdown for a few more extra months, self-inflicted.
Oh man! I was going to ask you if you've got if you've got a net or anything that you can play with, but I suppose with that you're just resting up.
Exactly. It's fortunate though, because Tokyo's been postponed. So if Tokyo Paralympics were happening this summer, I would have been out.
Yeah.
So
I was lucky.
so it seems to have aligned for me.
So Mr. Crisp obviously told us that you're a Michael Jordan super fan, as it were. So he's lined up a couple of questions that's going to put your knowledge to the test.
Okay.
They shouldn't be too difficult, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Can I go first, Jordan?
Yeah, go for it, Carl. Go for it.
Okay.
Cue
How
the
many
Who Wants to Be a
times-
Millionaire music.
Yeah. There's and you can't phone a friend. It's just on you. So, how many times in his career did Michael Jordan win the NBA Most Valuable Player, the MVP?
5 times.
Oh, that not even a hesitation. There we go. That was
Didn't even.
Yeah. Not enough. Not
Enough. It's like just one breath, bang.
I thought we might have to give you like a multiple choice or so on that one, but no, you were good, man. You were good.
Come on now.
All right. Okay. So, question 2 then. In his NBA career, Michael Jordan wore 3 different shirt numbers. What were they?
3 different. 23, 45. You know what? I actually don't know the last number. I do know there was that one game where he wore a different number, but I can't remember the number. 12, maybe?
On the buzzer. On the buzzer.
You are the knowledge.
Oh,
Yes.
man. So,
I'm telling you, all the omega-3s, man, keeps the brain ticking over.
Yeah, so we've got the right person to talk about Michael Jordan, that's for sure. Let's get into talking about The Last Dance. After watching the documentary, a lot of people are seeing a side to Michael Jordan that perhaps they weren't aware of before. And we kind of covered it in the last episode, maybe the bully, the ultra-competitive, almost spiteful nature. As a player, is it easy to work with those kind of characters? And how would you have responded to Jordan as a teammate?
I think it's difficult. One element is in terms of when in your career or in your development you like kind of encounter this force of will. Because I don't necessarily like the idea of calling him a bully or labeling him as a as a toxic person. I think it's kind of been misconstrued. One of the ways is this kind of confrontation that you have with this person with a force of will. And when you have it, and if you have it really early in your career and you don't have a team structure in place which can kind of mediate your interaction with that person, provide you with the kind of provide you with the kind of support to be able to deal with that force of will, you're going to crumble. The old adage of pressure bursts pipes or pressure makes diamonds. You need a very specific environment to be able to cope with that style of leadership, I think.
And we were kind of discussing it before as well, and like we're not really comfortable with that label of a bully. But so do you think that is the attitude that you have to have to reach those levels, to be the best?
No, I don't think you have to, but I think if the stars align in terms of that your physical talents can cope with your kind of psychopathy of competitiveness, it seems to be the easier path, because you don't have to consider anything else. You don't have to consider the well-being of your teammates. You literally are just solely focused on the pursuit of excellence. And being so single-minded is easier. You don't have to live an examined life.
True.
No,
So do you think he was justified then in approaching sort of the team dynamics in the way that he did?
That's tough, right? So I think the stakes are high enough in the NBA in terms of the cash that he may be justified, because he got a lot of people paid. Like, people forget, Steve Kerr, had a really long NBA fruitful career and post-career, largely because of being on those championship teams. Scotty he was underpaid for a long time by the Bulls. But a lot of people, even the NBA in general, the TV deal, so a lot of people got paid because of Jordan. And I think if you have that level of So for example, if you're working in a normal 9 to 5 job and you know your